Hey, this is David Miller and
Marie Miller.
And we are with the Miller Group of Keller Williams Realty. We're here to help you get
Real estate smart.
Now, I am literally on fire right now because
Yeah.
it's one of those days of the year where it's a little chilly down here in Florida. Which means it's below 70 degrees.
Yes.
But we're going to give you the top 3 reasons why now is the best time to buy your house. So hang tight, we'll be right back. Madly in love with each other. All right. So people came back. That's called putting out bait, and people want to hear what you have to say because they're probably thinking, you're crazy. Interest rates are so high. Why would I want to buy right now? And if you are strictly basing your decision off of high interest rates, I totally agree with you. You want to wait until the interest rates drop. But we're going to give you the top 3 reasons why now is the best time to buy.
Yep.
What's the first one?
First one is there's more inventory than there has been in the past 4 years. There's a lot more to choose from, whereas before in the 2 or 3 years ago, there was like maybe one house and 30 offers on the house.
Yeah, so it was very, very difficult to find a house. So now I think the stat is there's about 120, 130% more homes on the market now than there was before. So that's the number 1 reason, and that's very important. The number 2 reason is that as a buyer, you have more leverage. You know, we are still in a seller's market, but there's different levels of seller's market. We had the COVID time when there was nothing on the market. And when a house hit the market, there were multiple offers.
Yep.
We had a listing we put on the market that had over 100 offers on the property. And it was crazy. So if you were a buyer, you had to find the house first, and you had to have some good strategies to win against multiple offers.
Yeah, and if you were a financed offer, it was, all bets were off. I mean, if there were 20 offers on the property, typically 10 to 15 of them were cash, and you were out anyways. So now I feel like we have a little bit more control for our buyers, and we're able to kind of call some of the shots. Maybe not all the shots, but we're able to call some of them.
You can use the word you haven't used in 4 years called negotiate.
Yeah.
You can negotiate. I actually saw an article that stated that 40% of all houses that are going under contract are being negotiated, where the seller is actually are willing to drop their price or do some seller concessions or whatever the case may be, maybe buy down the interest rate to affect your concern there. That didn't work out too well. Yeah, exactly. They're willing to negotiate with you, whereas before they were not.
Right.
So that is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Now, what's the third reason why now is a better time to buy than waiting a year?
The prices are going to continue to go up. So what you could get today at maybe a little bit of a higher interest rate is not going to be the same price a year from now.
Oh, it's going to be a lot more expensive.
A lot more.
We don't know for sure, but what we do know is that the interest rates will be coming down in 2024.
Yeah, again, I hate to be a broken record player, but date the rate, marry the house.
What does that mean?
And that means get in and buy the house now. If you've got dreams that you want to own a house or upgrade or downgrade, do it now so that you don't have to compete with 20 or 30 offers when the interest rates go down. It is a maddening market.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget about that. Just a year ago, even 2 years ago, it was just crazy. You could not get a property. I know that house I said had 100 offers went for $100,000 more. I know that you had a scenario that you had a cash buyer that put a offer on a house for $100,000 more than list price, and they didn't win it.
And lost it.
So you also end up with that lack of leverage, you end up paying more for it. And we do expect, since inventory is still relatively low right now, when the rates go down, there's so much pent-up demand that's really going to drive the traffic, and there's going to be a ton of people in the marketplace. So. And
what you can do, people are like, but you're still buying at a higher rate. Well, what you can do is do what's called a 2-1 buy down. A 2-1 buy down is where you buy down the rate, and sometimes in that negotiations you can get the seller to give you what's called seller concessions towards that buying down that rate. For the first year it's going to be 2 points down, and then the second year it's going to be another point down.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. But here's the bottom line. When you get a house, you're getting that price for 30 years. Interest rate, you are getting for maybe another year, maybe 2 years
Yeah.
at the most. So you're not getting the interest rate for 30 years. Do not make your decision strictly based off the interest rate. Base it off the pricing of the property, base it off of your needs more importantly, and then you're going to be able to get what you want, and you have the leverage right now to sort of do that, compared to when the market changes again, which it will, it always does.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot more difficult. So
You're so smart.
you are too.
Thanks.
High five. So we hope that they are now
Real estate smart.